Y'all, it's our first File Folder Friday craft of 2025. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day, and I know you're going to love this one. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. And thank you so much for choosing to spend a portion of your day with me. I know we're all busy, and I know that you have viewing options on YouTube. So I really appreciate the fact that you're coming to my little corner of the YouTube world to spend a few minutes with me. Today is File Folder Friday, and I have a really fun project for us. I'm going to show you how to take one file folder and make this adorable boxed set. You are going to absolutely love it. And even if you don't have a file folder, you'll be able to make this because I'm going to give you the full measurements and walk you through step by step how to make this complete set. We're going to make the whole set together so that you can see how easy it is and how little time it actually takes. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera to give you a closer look at this, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here is what we're going to be making today, y'all. It is a beautiful project made from a file folder. And when finished, the box for this project is going to be approximately 4.5 by 6, and it will be 1 inch deep. And what I have on the inside, the box is made from 1/2 of a file folder. And on the inside, we have 2 really cute cards that coordinate well with the box. And my card sizes are 4 by 5 and 5/8. From one file folder, you're able to make 2 cards and the box. So you can see the inside of my sweet little blank card. And then I took 2 pieces of really inexpensive paper that I purchased at Hobby Lobby on sale a couple of years ago. And I used it to make 2 envelopes that work well with our sweet little project. So this is what we're going to be making today. Here's what we're going to need to make it. So I'm going to be using 3 Project Life cards, and Project Life cards are really just these little cards here. You can use cut-aparts in the place of these. You can make your own from anything. These are 3 by 4 inches, so a lot of cut-aparts are 3 by 4. So just find some cut-aparts that you like working with, and you can use them on this project. Then I have a standard size file folder that I will be cutting down. So if you don't have a file folder, you'll be able to make this project because I will give you the full measurements. So this is a standard size file folder that will hold regular 8.5 by 11 documents. Then I have a piece of white cardstock. It's a lightweight to medium weight. 12 by 12, we'll be cutting this down to use on the inside of the cards. And then I have a piece of black cardstock that I'll be cutting down to use on the cards as well. This is 12 by 12, but we don't need 12 by 12. I'm just starting with that. Then I have 2 pieces of 12 by 12 that I'll be using to make the envelopes. I will be cutting this. So again, you can get away with using 8.5 by 11 inch papers for this project, but I will be giving you the full measurements as we go along. Let's go ahead and just cut it in half. So take that half fold, and we're going to cut off there. And then all I'm going to do is just trim away a little bit of the edge that might still have some of that fold on it because I really don't want it. So I just trimmed away a little bit. So now I'm going to take this and I am going to trim it to 8 inches. Then I'm going to cut out 2 pieces that are 5 and 5/8. This is going to give me the base for my cards. So 5 and 5/8. So we're going to go ahead and make the card. We're going to go ahead and make the envelopes, and then we'll make the box. So let's take our card base, and on the 8 inch side, we're going to score at 4 for both. Then I'm going to take my black cardstock and we're going to cut 3 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. There's 2. And there's 3. So I have 3 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then I want to cut out 2 pieces that are 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. So we're cutting out all of the pieces that we need to make our card. Then I'm going to bring in this white, and we are going to cut 2 pieces at 5 1/8 by 3 1/4. So y'all, today we're going to make the complete card together. So let's go ahead and take the 2 black pieces that measure 5 3/8 by 3 5/8 and our 2 white pieces, and we're going to go ahead and place those down. These will be the inserts for our cards. So I am just going to try to center this as best I can, like that. And we'll do this one. And you can see how quickly our cards actually come together. So now we'll take our card bases. Let's just go ahead and fold those. Give that just a little bit of a crease. Fold this one, giving it just a little bit of a crease. Now I can take this card and we're going to put it on the inside like that. And let's go ahead and place it on the inside like that. And y'all can see it's only taking us mere minutes to make this part of the project. So we're going to take this one and let's put it right there. But now let's bring in 2 of the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch black pieces. I'm going to bring in 2 of my project life cards, but again, you can use cut aparts for this. And I am just going to add some tape from this awful tape runner. The tape is very, very sticky. It holds well, but getting it to apply, not good at all. And I'm only using it because I bought these, so I'm going to use them. But I would never buy the replacements for these because I really don't like these tape runners. And that is just my opinion based on my experience. Yours might be different. So I am going to add tape to the back. We're going to take this and we're going to place it down right there. Then we'll do the same thing with this one. Place it down right here. Go ahead and just go over this to make sure they are stuck. And just like that, I have 2 really fun cards that I can use. And so now we're going to go ahead and make the envelopes. I am going to cut both of these at the same time. This is from the Paper Studio. It is called Buffalo Plaid. I bought this a couple of years ago when they were still doing 50% off. So I paid 35 cents per sheet for these. So I'm going to cut this down to 7 7/8 by 10. Then I am going to score both at 1 on the 7 7/8 side, rotate to the opposite 7 7/8 side and score at 1. Then turn it to the 10 side, let's score at 4 and 8 1/8. Let's do the same thing with this one. We are going to score at 1 on the 7 7/8 side, rotate to the opposite 7 7/8 side, score at 1, turn it to the 10 side, let's score at 4 and at 8 1/8. And if you're interested in any of the Posh merchandise you see me using, please check the description box for the link to my daughter's website. She is making these, and I do have it linked in the description box below. I get a lot of questions about that, so I thought I'd send out that reminder. So I am just going to fold and burnish all of my scores. And I'll just go ahead and do both. Now I'm going to bring in my finger blade, and we are simply going to cut at an angle here and at an angle here. And basically I'm cutting on the folds because I want to create that center tab. We'll do the same thing over here. Let's just cut at an angle to free that center tab. Let's do it on this one. Let's cut in at an angle, cut in at an angle. There's that tab. Same thing over here. Cutting in at an angle, cutting in at an angle. There's that tab. Because what we want to do is we want to cut in at an angle here to remove all 4 corner pieces. So now we'll just go here at this intersecting point, cut in at an angle to remove all 4 corner pieces. Same thing on this one. Cut in at an angle to remove these corner pieces. Easy peasy way to make your own envelope. So I like the rounded look on the edges of my envelope. And I have a corner rounder, but for those of you who don't, you can see that I'm using my scissors just to round. And so I'm going around like this, and I'm just rounding. So now I'm going to take my tape. You can do this with glue as well, but I am just going to add a little bit of tape right here close to the inside edge on both of these. And I put that tape close to the inside edge. So now we're going to place tape right along the edge here and the edge here, and we will fold up to create an envelope. Do the same thing on this one, right along the edge there and along the edge there. Fold up, and you have created your own beautiful envelopes. And now the size of my envelopes when finished are 5 7/8 by 4, which makes them mailable within the USPS system. But if you're outside of the US, make sure you check with your local postal service for any mailing restrictions or additional requirements. So now we have our 2 cards and we have our 2 envelopes. We are going to take this leftover piece and we are going to make a box. So let's just go ahead and trim away a little bit here to get a straight edge. And then I'm going to flip it and I'm going to trim at 8 5/8 because I want 2 nice straight edges on this. So So we have a piece that we're starting with that is 8 5/8 by 11 3/4. So again, if you don't have a file folder, you don't need one because you can make this using your 12 by 12 paper. So on the 11 3/4 inch side, let's score at 4 1/2, at 5 1/2, at 10, and at 11. Then on the 8 5/8 inch side, let's score at 1, at 7, and at 8. So now we are going to fold our scores. I'm not really doing any heavy burnishing because this particular file folder has a tendency to want to crack on me. So let's just go ahead and do all of our folds. Now on this end, you're going to have that narrow flap. We need to remove one corner piece here and two corner pieces here so that we can free our adhesive flap. So I am just going to cut in at an angle, and then I'll cut straight across. I've cut away piece number 1, and then we have 2 pieces here at the top. I'll cut straight across, and then here I can cut in at an angle to remove this piece. Now I'm going to go along this narrow bottom flap, and everywhere that I have a score mark, I'm going to do an angle cut on both sides of that score mark. It'll be a very light angle cut, but we will do one. I'm going to do one here too. So now my piece looks like this. I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to go up to the second score mark first and just free all of my tabs. So there's one. We'll go up here, free this big one, go up here, free this little one, and I freed the big one. So I am just going to fold these in. Let's reduce these in size, and then let's angle. So now that we have it like this, we're going to go ahead and take this double flap here that's closest to the adhesive flap, and we're going to angle in, and then we'll angle in here. I'm going to use my tape because it's handy. So we're going to place some tape on this piece. And we are going to peel away the tape backer and just fold this piece in, because what this does for us is it gives us a very nice finished top to the box here. So now I'm going to take this end and add some glue to my, and add some tape to my adhesive flap. So let's go ahead and tape here and add some tape here. Then I'm going to add some tape on my 2 small tabs going across the bottom like this. And then I'm going to add some tape on this one here. So you can see where I folded in that inside. Just come down and add tape there. Now we're ready to put this together. So I'm going to peel away all of my tape backers. And we are first going to put the box together, and make sure that you're matching score mark to score mark. And by that I mean the score mark on this piece is aligned as you go around. So we're just going to go down to the bottom. You can see that we have a nice flat fold box. Now I am going to take this and close it because it's going to make it easier for me to square the box. But before I do, I am just going to round the corners of this flap just a little bit. Now we're going to take it, tuck it in like that. Now I can take the bottom pieces, fold in those two smaller pieces, fold over the back piece so that it's hitting that tape. And then where I have the tape on this piece, we can fold over. And now we have our box. I can open this, take my envelopes, put them in, take my two cards, put them in. Now we can close our box like this. I'm going to take my last little card here, add some tape to the back, place it on my last 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch mat, and we're going to take this, add some tape to the back, and now we can take this piece and put it on top just like that. And so y'all, there we have a beautiful note card set made from a single file folder and then a couple of pieces to make envelopes. But you can see how gorgeous this is and how easy it was to make. Look at the presentation. Look at how that looks. This is truly an eye catcher. Black and white, always an eye catcher, always presents well. I'm going to go ahead and bring this one back in so that you can see that with very, very minimal supplies, you can create beautiful items to either gift, keep, or sell for any season, any reason, anyone. So I hope that you have enjoyed this fun and unique way to take a file folder and turn it into this crafty goodness. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, friends, this is what we do and this is how we do it. So I'd love to have you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a new video. As always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.